Every single day that goes by, I feel like I'm getting further and further away from the dream life that I want. And the reason I feel this way is because my 9 to 5 job is absolutely draining me every day. Before you say that I'm an adult, I'm 25, I need to have a real job while I'm building this business, and I don't know if it's going to work out. You're absolutely right. You're honestly right, but I'm getting closer and closer to doing just that, quitting my job and risking everything. And I'm willing to risk everything for my business. Everything that I've built here, that my job has given me, my apartment, my car, just everything I've bought with my job, everything I've been able to afford with my job, I'm willing to risk it all. Let's talk about this job. First of all, it's terrible hours. I work 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. And some days I'm even working until 8 or 9 a.m. That's 9 to 10 hours of work, and this is physical labor that I do. I work at Walmart, and I stock the shelves there, so I put all of the food on the shelves. And I just got promoted to manager as well, so it's even more stress on me. I'm constantly moving all night, and when I get home, I'm just so drained that I fall asleep, and some days I sleep super late and then I have to wake up and go to my job right away. So that leaves hardly any time to work on my business. I'll get home at 9 a.m. and I won't wake up until 8 p.m. some days, or most times it's 5 p.m., but that really only leaves me 4 to 5 hours to work on my business at most a day. And a lot of you might be thinking, wow, that's plenty of time to build your business and work on it. But it's really not, because I have to eat, I have to get ready for work, I have a fiance that I need to spend time with, I have a family that I need to spend time with, and I only have those 4 hours at most every single day to do that. So it's a very stressful schedule with hardly any time, and some days it leads to me not even working on my business at all. The sad thing is, I got this promotion, I moved up in my company, and everyone is happy for me. All the people around me are happy for me, except for me. I don't want to live a normal life. You can hear it in my voice. Like, I'm emotional about this. I can't be that person that comes home from their 9 to 5 and they sit around watching TV because they're so drained. They go to bed and wake up and do it all over again the next day. I can't be that person that lives that normal life. That's not meant for me. I'm depressed that I'm getting stuck in this life and I'm living out my worst nightmare right now. I'm miserable and my goals are slipping away from this job. But the thing is, nobody is to blame but me for this life that I'm living right now. All the decisions that I made are a reflection of where I am. Every decision I made led to this. I just try to go back in time and figure out where I went wrong to end up like this, how I ended up in this life, the life that I feared. If you know my story, ever since I was young, I never wanted to work at a 9 to 5 job. I always had bigger aspirations, whether it was music, having my own photography business, or the business I'm building now. I always had a bigger aspiration than just working at a 9 to 5 job. But the thing is, I wasted all the years from the time I was 18 to 24. I was lazy, I was procrastinating, and choosing to spend my time on things that were really unimportant, that didn't matter in life. But I always had it in me to be successful. I always wanted to be wealthy and to build a business of some sort. So why didn't I do it sooner? Why did I waste all of my days scrolling, laying around, and doing things that didn't move me forward in life? I don't understand why I was that way. But when I was looking back on it, I really think these are the 3 reasons that I'm able to point to that led me down this current path. And like I said, nobody is to blame but me, even though it might sound like I'm blaming other people in some of these reasons. Nobody is to blame but me. I made all these choices that led to me waiting to actually start my business until I was 25 to actually go full in on it, and being put in the worst position possible is what actually motivated me. And I wish I had just been motivated sooner. But here's the 3 reasons I really feel like I ended up in this position. I just want to use this example. If someone random came up to you on the street and told you, your business isn't going to work out, go get a real job, would you care? No, you just kind of laugh at them and say, yeah, whatever. But if your parents came up to you and told you, your business isn't going to work out, go get a real job, it would hurt you, wouldn't it? And that's kind of what happened to me, because with all these different things I wanted to build, all these creative things that I was doing, my parents never really supported it. They always told me that I need to be safe and go to college and get a degree to get a real job. And hearing that all the time actually influenced me, and that's what I did when I turned 18. Right out of high school, I went to college, and I just was focused. I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I was just focused on it. So I went and got a business degree. And the kind of funny thing about this is college never taught me anything about business. They just taught me all these vocabulary words that mean nothing in the real life of business. They didn't teach me sales. They didn't teach me how to talk to people. They didn't teach me how to handle objections. Really, what I learned is what a customer is. Like, that doesn't fucking help me at all. It's just a bunch of fucking bullshit that the system is this way, really. The education system's this way. You're forced to learn these things that you won't actually apply in your life, and it makes you believe that it's the only path that you can take. And that's why so many people fall down this path, including me, because I believed it too, because what everyone was telling me to do. And just speaking about the rest of my family too, I absolutely love my family, but they're all normal, average people. Nobody in my family is rich. Nobody started their own business. They all have 9-to-5 jobs. So being surrounded by that my whole life, it influenced me to do the same thing. I never saw that there was something else that I could do. And I was always kind of the black sheep of my family because I always wanted to do something else, but I was frowned upon for wanting to do something else. So it led to me following in their footsteps and doing what they told me. So I went to college for 3 years, and I really learned nothing and never moved forward in life. When I was in college, I would just wake up, go to my classes, come home, do some homework, and play video games the rest of my night. That's what every single day was. And then my summers, I would just lay around and do nothing too. I wasted so much time, honestly. But anyways, moving on to number 2, it's the fact that I didn't find out about online business sooner. I didn't find out that this type of business, like SMMA, coaching, consulting, being able to sell things for high ticket, I didn't realize all those businesses existed until I was 22, because what happened was one day when I was scrolling, I found this guy, and he had his own course on growing on social media. And I realized that this guy's selling this course for like $500. He's making a lot of money off of it. And that's when it clicked in my head that I could actually make content, that I could be that person that starts their own business, that helps other people out and make a lot of money from it. Before, I had just been focused on hands-on businesses like photography. I thought the only type of business you could do is open up a restaurant or something, do a photography business. And once I saw that there was online business where you could sell things for high ticket, it opened my eyes, and I realized that's what I wanted to do with my life. This was my path to being able to have the dream life, to be wealthy that I had always wanted. But the thing was, I was so stuck in my lazy habits that I continued procrastinating and telling myself that I could wait. And that leads into the next thing. I waited too long and always believed I had more time because that's what I was always told. I was told, you're young. Your real life doesn't start until you're 30. You don't got to get married. You don't got to have kids. You have all the time in the world. Just wait till you're 30. And that's the wrong view on life, I feel like. The thing is, you need to build this stuff early because the older you get, the more trapped you get. Just look at me now, okay? I had to get a job because I was 25 years old and I had to move forward in my life. I had to move out of my parents. I couldn't just sit there and live with them at this age. I now have bills to pay and I can't quit my job because of these bills. I'm stuck in a job that I hate because of these bills. But when you're 18, you're fresh out of high school, you have no pressure on you. You have all the time in the world. You can choose what to do with your time. You have any choice in the world. The younger you are, the more time you have. It's not the other way around. And I feel like, again, going back to the people I was surrounded with, the friends that I had were such bad influences on me in this way. They all went to parties. They all got drunk. They all played video games all day. And there's this saying that goes, the people you spend the most time with are the people that influence you the most. And that's what happened to me. Now, I never went to parties or got drunk or did any of that. But the one thing that did rub off on me was the video games. My friends always wanted to get online, and that's what I did every single day with them. But I think one of the biggest blessings in disguise was my friends getting super toxic, always trying to start arguments with me, to where I cut them off and stopped talking to them, because that's when I really was able to clear my mind and become my own person without having them influence me. One of the best things I ever did, and this kind of sounds weird, but one of the best things I did was at 21 years old, I cut almost every single friend that I had in high school out of my life. And it was the best decision I ever made. One of the best decisions I ever made, because not having that negative influence on me anymore, not having that drama, just not having those people in my life anymore really let me move forward and become my own person and develop these better habits, even though it took until I was 25 to fully lock in and go all in. But that's because I put myself in the worst situation possible, having this 9-to-5 job and wanting nothing more than to be able to escape this. And that's why I'm getting closer and closer to just forgetting about my 9-to-5, my normal life aspirations, the reputation I've built of being a manager now and having that on my resume. I'm ready to just forget about all that and go all in on my business, because I don't want to live with the regret that I never reached my goals. There's some things more important in life than what everybody tells you. There's some things more important in life than the normal path. You can't be in the top 1% if you do what the 99% do. And that's what I was doing. I was following what the 99% were doing instead of forming my own path and listening to myself and doing what I knew was best for my life. And that's what led me to this position. I made the choice to follow the people that are living average lives, that are working 9-to-5s. I chose to follow that path and listen to those people instead of forming my own path earlier. And that's what got me stuck where I'm at now. But hopefully soon, I will be able to quit this job and I'll be able to live out my dream life, because I can't take this anymore. I can't take being drained and absolutely hating going to work every day. I need to build this business and I need it to work out no matter what it takes. If that means I have to sacrifice all the things I've built in the normal world, then that's what I have to do. If I have to sacrifice this apartment, my car, all the payments that my job's been able to afford me to lock in for 6 months on this business and make it work, if I have to go completely broke to make this work, I will do it. And obviously, all of that is easier said than done. The truth is, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to quit my job. I don't know if I'm going to get a new job that has better hours. I don't know what I'm going to do. But one thing I do know is that I have to stop focusing on what the 99% are doing and just focus on myself and do what's best for me. Instead of trying to impress people around me, instead of trying to build a normal life that's safe, I need to continue focusing on my business, and I cannot lose sight of what my dream life is going to be in the future. I don't want to live with the regret, like I said, that I never reached my goals. They will happen one day. I just need to make this decision on what I'm going to do, and I will let you guys know when I decide on this. It's obviously not easy to make a decision like this, but I need to figure something out. With that being said, thank you guys as always for listening to me and watching these videos of me documenting my journey to building this business. I really do appreciate everybody that's been watching, and I'll see you in the next video.